strike for climate, and on Friday, December 14th, I joined her by going on strike in front of the United Nations headquarters. My name is Alexandra Villasenor, and this is my week 41 climate strike. Greta Thunberg is the catalyst of the Fridays for Future movement. She's an icon of our time and has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. She traveled to New York City for this historic strike, riding in an emissionsless boat and spending 2 weeks crossing the Atlantic Ocean. And now she is here with us today. What I want to tell you about Greta Thunberg, though, is that she is the nicest, kindest, most humble person I've ever met. It is my honor to introduce Greta Thunberg.
She's like in red. She'll come to the front. You wanna go front, right?
Hello, New York City. On this historical day, and thank you all so much for coming. I heard they were in New York, they're still counting, but at least 250,000 people. And around the world today, about 4 million people have been striking. We are still counting. This is the biggest climate strike ever in history, and we all should be so proud of ourselves because we have done this together. So thank you so much. I have some numbers that I wanted to share. In Australia today, about 350,000 people striked for the climate. In London, about 100,000 people striked for the climate. In Berlin, it was about 270,000 people. In Dublin, about 25,000 people. In New Delhi, it seems like we need help in the audience. Million people in Germany alone. And there are so many numbers, it's hard to, but just to give you a look of how incredible this is. And so people are striking today in over 150 countries. On all continents. And when I say all continents, I mean all continents, even Antarctica. Even on Antarctica, people are striking. And we are not in school today. And this time, we are not alone. We have some adults who are not at work today either. And why? Because this is an emergency. Our house is on fire. And it's not just the young people's house. We all live here. It affects all of us. And we will not just stand aside and watch. We are united behind the science, and we will do everything in our power to stop this crisis from getting worse. Even if that means skipping school or work, because this is more important. Why should we study for a future that is being taken away from us? That is being stolen for profit. And some people say we should study to become climate scientists or politicians so that we can, in the future, solve the climate crisis. But by then it will be too late. We need to do this now. It seems like we have another. And what is the point of educating ourselves and learning the facts when the people in power refuse to listen to the educated and pay attention to the facts? Where I come from, things are very different than here. But when it comes to the climate and ecological emergency and the people in power, it is pretty much the same. In fact, everywhere I have been, the situation is more or less the same. The people in power, their beautiful words are the same. The number of politicians and celebrities who wants to take selfies with us are the same. The empty promises are the same. The lies are the same. And the inaction is the same. Nowhere have I found anyone in power who dares to tell it like it is. Because no matter where you are, even that burden they leave to us teenagers, us children. And this Monday, world leaders are going to be gathered here in New York City for the United Nations Climate Action Summit. The eyes of the world will be on them. They have a chance to prove that they, too, are united behind the science. They have a chance to take leadership, to prove they actually hear us. Do you think they hear us? We will make them hear us. We have not taken to the streets, sacrificing our education for the adults and politicians to take selfies with us and tell us that they really, really admire what we do. We are doing this to wake the leaders up. We are doing this to get them to act. We deserve a safe future. And we demand a safe future. Is that really too much to ask? Right now, we are the ones who are making a difference. If no one else will take action, then we will. It should not be that way. We should not be the ones who are fighting for the future, and yet here we are. But we are not just some young people skipping school or some adults who are not going to work. We are a wave of change. Together and united, we are unstoppable. This is what people power looks like. We will rise to the challenge. We will hold those who are the most responsible for this crisis accountable, and we will make the world leaders act. We can and we will. And if you belong to that small group of people who feel threatened by us, then we have some very bad news for you. Because this is only the beginning. Change is coming, whether they like it or not. Thank you once again, everyone who are here, everyone who showed up. And of course, a special thank you to everyone who have been organizing, all the local organizers who are here. We'll give them an applause. Thank you.